Hello, and welcome back to the Handy Outdoorsman. We have a beautiful summer day right now. It's supposed to be 70 degrees today. It was so nice out. I ended up having to take a vacation day because I didn't want it to be wasted doing anything but being outside. In a couple of days, we're supposed to get 94 degrees. So it's supposed to be getting pretty hot. So we thought we'd take a day off and come up here and continue working on the brush. We still have quite a few log piles and brush piles, but we've made a huge dent in what was here before. So over the last couple of months, we've just been coming up here one day a week and just trying to get done what we can. And in that time, we've also planted almost 70 trees, and we have another 50 trees to plant. We did lose some. They didn't take, the root system didn't take, so we've lost some trees, but that's to be expected. But I feel pretty good that we're going to have, over 100 trees planted this year, so that's great. And again, they're all blue spruces. And I've got a clip of where we were planting some trees, and I'll put that in the video here somewhere today. But again, we've got quite a few things that we'd like to get done today. Cut up some more of this brush, make piles so that next time we come up, we can burn them. I need to go change the memory cards in my trail cameras that I have throughout the property. So on this beautiful day here, we're going to try and get as much done as we can. But again, there's quite a bit to do. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and run out to the trail cameras and replace the memory cards, get those replaced. Then we'll come back up here and work on some brush piles. Now that we've got the trees at home, we wanted to get them out of the plastic bags so that they're not suffocating in there and they get plenty of sunlight and water. So what we've been doing is putting them in these pots, and these pots they're made out of cardboard. They're biodegradable cardboard, and over time they'll just go ahead and turn into like a compost for the trees and decompose in the ground. But as you can see, the trees that we got, they're all in really good shape here, and the stem on them are pretty sturdy. But they all just came in this bag, bundled in 100 per bag. So what we try to do is take some out of each and put them in these pots. So it's taking us a little while, but we should be done here hopefully this afternoon. I mean, it's taking us a day to do this, not a whole lot of time, but enough. But we have 200 of these saplings, trees of blue spruce that we'll be planting throughout the property. And then we got some over here. So we've kind of got them scattered around the yard right now. But again, pretty healthy trees. And we got these through our county, and they're just a buck a piece. So pretty good deal. Here's an example of the trees that we planted. Again, these are blue spruces, and they're about maybe 12 to 15 inches. So they're pretty good trees, and they're pretty healthy trees. We planted, like I said earlier, about 70, and we still have another 50 to go. So that's a pretty good count. What we've done is taken a little bit of orange paint, just kind of put them next to the tree so we'll know where they're at and we can keep an eye on them. We understand that once the snow comes and takes off the paint, it'll be a little harder to find, but every spring we'll come out and put a dab of paint so we know where they're at. But we've got several up in here, and then up by the road is where a majority of them are, almost 40. So let me take you up there. So here's another tree up at the road, and there's the orange paint. Now what we have on this particular tree is 5 feet to the left, but 10 feet forward is another tree. And basically at a diagonal going this way is another tree 5 feet. So the front row is planted 10 feet apart all the way down. We came back 10 feet but over 5, so that this tree here is in the middle of the front two. And we did that all the way down. And so it's a little thick in here right now, but we're hoping that the trees will survive. They seem to be doing pretty well. It's been a couple of weeks and they're still green going forward. If we come down another 10 feet, here's another tree, still looking good after a couple of weeks. I see that I didn't put any paint here. I didn't see that, huh? Interesting. So I'll just put a little paint. Oh, there it is on the ground. I just didn't see it. I'll put a little bit more on the trees next to it. So now when I walk through here to check on the trees, it'll be easier to see. We come down another 10 feet, and there's another tree there. So there's 40 trees up here. They're planted 10 feet apart. And then here's another tree, and then we keep coming down. Now I didn't plant any in this section here. It was just too thick, so we skipped that area there. But let me walk on around here. A little easier to get out this way to come see the trees, but you can see where we have them planted every 10 feet. So that's the second row, and then 10 feet in front of that is the first row. So they should go pretty well to cover up this area right here. If we can get them to be 6-8 feet tall, it'll be perfect. It'll block the view from the road. Now this is pretty thick in here, so we don't have to worry too much about people looking in from the road, but yeah, I didn't realize when the logger came through that this much would be cleared out. But over a couple of years, we'll say 6-7 years, these trees will go. They're supposed to grow about 1 foot a year. So in about 6-7 years, we should have our privacy back. All right, let me get back up here and get back to work. Carry along a little more on it, but this will work. Roll this up. Let's pick up. See if I can that way. I'll put that into that way. Throw that into a pile. I think once we get this way out, I'll go to half. Okay. Yeah, well, wait, twice. what our goal today is to go ahead and clean up around this pine tree here. We've already started here in the front. Pulled some bigger trees back here, and the wife's cutting them up. Got the carryall full of logs, but we'll just continue to work our way back. And again, our goal today is to get all of this cleared out right here. And we've already got a fire going. We've already got a pile over there to continue on with the fire, keep feeding that. So we should make good progress today. Only been up here for a couple of hours and great progress. All right, let me get back to work so the wife doesn't do everything. So right now, here it is, July 6th, and we have a burn restriction going on in our county, so we cannot burn right now. So we're going to go ahead and pull out the chipper. There's lots of small branches and stuff we can chip, and we'll hook this up to the tractor and get this going. Since we can't burn, we'll get rid of the wood another way. Hook it up to the PTO until I get it over to where I need to be, because I don't want the chipper spinning while I'm driving. So I'll leave it disconnected from the PTO right now, just lift it up and take it where we need to go. at the end of the day. We're pretty tired. We got about 7 hours in today, and we got quite a bit cleaned up. Some logs over here that we need to cut into firewood or burn. We've got some more branches and stuff we need to cut over here, but it's too hot to be wheeling a chainsaw today. Try to work in the shade as much as possible, but the chipper worked great. We had the tractor rubbed up to about maybe about 560, 550 RPMs, and it never bogged down once, and we threw some pretty big sticks in there. We had quite a bit of pile to clean up, and we got some cleaned up over here as well. Still have to go through this pile. It's a lot of dirt in there, so it's kind of hard to sort that out, but yeah, as far as the chipper goes, very satisfied. It did its job. It's made in China. Doesn't really have a name brand on it, but just says Model 6 chipper. But it did very well. Well, the tractor did well in running the chipper. It was perfect. It didn't bog down once. It's getting dusty, needs a bath, but she's still working hard, so that's great. All right, well, let me go ahead and hook the chipper back up to the 3-point so we can get it out of here, and then we'll call it a day. Slowly but surely, we're getting things done. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. As always, take care. God bless.